What's up, cuties? Welcome to our listening tutorial. We are Phương Ngọc Anh, Linh Dan, and Trang Vũ from E2E Project, Faculty of English Language Teacher Education, University of Languages International Studies. So what are we going to learn today? Well, our lesson today will teach you about listening VSTEP Part 1. Can you guess what you will have to listen to in this section? Well, we will have to listen for announcements and instructions. Now we'll give you some explanation to have a better understanding about these terms. An announcement is something that someone says officially in order to give information. For example, I have a question here. What is the boarding time of flight VN178? A. 3:30, B. 3:45, C. 4:15, and D. 4:45. With this question, the recording will announce us about the boarding time of flight VN178. Meanwhile, an instruction is an advice or information about how to do or use something. For example, I have a question. What should you do before answering the questions? A. Write carefully. B. Check the answer sheet. C. Turn the test over. And D. Read the directions. With this question, the recording will give you a clear instruction on what to do before answering the questions. So, while an announcement informs you about a piece of news, an instruction will give you advice about how to do or use something. So what do you think about this listening section? Are they difficult for you? Well, it may be if you don't know one important listening strategy to deal with them, which is underlining keyword skill. Have you heard about this skill before? In fact, underlining keyword is an essential skill that we need to do while reading this section. Otherwise, when we listen, it is hard for us to locate the answers. So what are keywords? Normally, a key helps us to open the door or to answer the questions, right? So keywords are actually words or phrases that describe the content that answer the questions. In this part, here are some keywords that we need to determine. First is the nouns and verbs. Next is what, when, where, why, how much, how many. That is some WH question words. Next, we have some names, for example, name of places, scientists, people, and more included in the passage. Next, we have the locations. It can be the locations like town, city, state, country, because we have to focus on location because it will help you to narrow down the scope and determine the correct answer. Continue, we have dates in years, numbers or figures, and last but not least is the capitalized or italicized words or phrases. Now we shall practice. Can you identify what are keywords in this section? I have the first question here. How many languages are taught at Hanoi International Language School? A. 1, B. 2, C. 3, and D. 4. You will have 30 seconds to do this task. Have you done? Now I'll give you the key. The three keywords are how many languages and Hanoi International Language School. The word how many helps us to know that the answer will be a number, a figure. Languages is the theme of the answer. Remember, it is not about people, classroom. It has to be related to language. Hanoi International Language School is a location. Why we need to pay attention to location? Because if there are different locations in the recording, such as ULIS or Foreign Trade University, We have to remember that we are looking for Hanoi International Language School. Let's do another questions. What is the woman doing? A. Introducing the sports center. B. Selling equipment to the new members. C. Explaining the rules in the center. And D. Answering members' questions. Now you will have another 30 seconds to finish this task. Have you already finished? As you can see, the question is quite short with a little information, so we just need to underline the keyword the women, the main subject of the recording. Besides, we need to pay attention to her activity so as to answer the questions. Therefore, we need to underline these words: introducing, selling equipment, explaining rules, answering questions. Okay, have you got the correct answer? Then congratulations, you have done a good job. Now we will move to the next part of this lesson, which is about paraphrase and synonyms.
Have you heard about these terms before? What does paraphrase mean? Paraphrase is not only important in listening skill, but also in other three skills. A paraphrase of something is the same thing written or spoken using different words. For example, the original text we have is, Willy Wonka was famous for his delicious candy. Children and adults love to eat it. Then we have the paraphrase sentence. Willy Wonka was known throughout the world because people enjoyed eating the tasty candy he made. Do you understand? It just simply means that we are rewriting and expressing the idea in a different way. Now, let's practice to have a deeper understanding about paraphrase. We are going to play a matching game. Your task is to match each phrase in column A with its correct paraphrase in column B. You have 45 seconds to finish this task. Have you finished? Now I will check with you guys. So number 1, food included with 7. You will be provided with sandwiches. Number 2, no charge goes with 5. It's completely free. Number 3, fully booked goes with 8. There are not any rooms. And 4, nearly everyone goes with 6. Most people. It seems to be easy, right? But when it comes to listening, most of us often miss them because we focus on the exact keyword too much. Remember, they will not give us the same exact keyword, otherwise it will be too easy. Thus, don't look for the keywords only, look for the paraphrases of the keywords. Another important thing we often miss while listening is synonym of the keywords. What is synonym? Synonym is a word or phrase that has the same or nearly the same meaning as another word or phrase in the same language. Besides, synonyms have to be in the same word class. For instance, small and little are synonyms since they have the same meaning and are both adjective. Now, let's play another matching game to understand the importance of synonyms in listening. Your task is to match each bold-elliptic word from column A with its correct synonym in column B. I'll give you guys another 45 seconds to finish this task. The task is not difficult, right? So here's the answer. This is also a way the test designer does to challenge your English skill. They will not give you the exact keywords, but the synonyms of the word. Therefore, it is essential that we need to broaden our vocabulary every day as much as possible. So, we have already covered 3 most important things in our lesson today, which are underlining the keyword strategy, paraphrase, and synonyms. Are you confident that you can apply what you have just learned for the listening practice part? I hope so, because right now it's time for you to prove your ability. In this part, you will hear 2 short recordings. There's 1 question for each recording. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, or C. You will hear each recording twice. Before listening to each recording, I'll give you 30 seconds to reach each question. Your task is to read and identify keywords in the question. Now, let's come to question 1. Have you already done? What are the keywords here? In terms of the question, the keywords are what, do, and losing money. These words will remind us what we should look for while listening. With regards to the answers, in answer A, the keyword is call and lost property office. B is the police. C is your bank. And D is go and lost property office. These words are different actions and places which require us to listen for. Now, let's listen to the recording to see what is the answer to question number 1.
Hello, this is the Lost Property Office. There's no one here to take your call at present, but if you've lost something, please listen carefully to the following message. If you've lost valuables such as jewelry, cash, or credit cards, you will need to contact your nearest police station as soon as possible to make a statement. In the case of a credit card, you should also contact your bank immediately. For any other items, please call in at our office between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. Thank you. Hello, this is the Lost Property Office. There's no one here to take your call at present, but if you've lost something, please listen carefully to the following message. If you've lost valuables such as jewelry, cash, or credit cards, you will need to contact your nearest police station as soon as possible to make a statement. In the case of a credit card, you should also contact your bank immediately. For any other items, please call in at our office between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday to Friday. Thank you.
Have you already done? The correct answer is B. Here's the part which indicates the answer. First of all, the word cash is a synonym of the word money that we have to pay attention to. Secondly, the sentence, you need to contact your nearest police station as soon as possible to make a statement, is the answer. Is the question easy? In the recording, the phrase contact your bank is also mentioned, but just in the case of a credit card, not money. So as you can see, every keyword in every answer can be mentioned. Then we need to try to comprehend when listening, not just focusing on keywords only. I hope that everyone have the correct answer. Now let's move to the second question. You still have 30 seconds to read the question first.
Have you finished identifying the keywords? In terms of the answers, the keywords are heaviest rainfall. This word will remind you that when it's come to the word heavy rain, that's where the answer lies. Now, let's listen to the recording.
And now for tomorrow's weather. Partly cloudy in the morning for London and the southeast, but overcast by midday with rain in the afternoon. Temperatures will range from 11 to 19 degrees Celsius. There'll also be rain in the north, which will quickly spread to the rest of the country. Rain will be very heavy in some areas by late afternoon, especially in western and central England, and there will be strong winds over most of mainland Britain. And now for tomorrow's weather. Partly cloudy in the morning for London and the southeast, but overcast by midday with rain in the afternoon. Temperatures will range from 11 to 19 degrees Celsius. There'll also be rain in the north, which will quickly spread to the rest of the country. Rain will be very heavy in some areas by late afternoon, especially in western and central England, and there will be strong winds over most of mainland Britain.
Have you already got the answer? The correct answer is C. How many of you got the answer? I hope that all of you did. Why C is correct? Then let's look at the transcript. As you can see, every location in the 4 answers are mentioned, which may make you confused. However, we all know that the answer just shows up when they mention rain will be very heavy. This sentence is a paraphrase for the phrase the heaviest rainfall. Okay, so from these 2 questions, I hope that you will know how to deal with listening VSTEP Part 1. It is also nearly the end of the lesson today, which is such a pity. Before ending the lessons, let's take a look at what we have learned today. First, the structure of VSTEP Listening Part 1, announcement and instructions. In detail, an announcement informs us a piece of news, while an instruction gives information on how to use or do something. Second, when reading questions, we need to underline keywords. What can be considered keywords? They are nouns and verbs. Definite questions such as what, when, where, why, how much, how many. Names such as places, scientists, people, and more included in the passage. Locations such as towns, cities, states, countries. Dates and years. Numbers or figures. Capitalized or italicized words, phrase. Next is paraphrase.
A paraphrase of something is the same thing written or spoken using different words. Thus, remember to listen for paraphrasing of keywords. Last but not least is synonym. Synonym is a word or phrase that has the same or nearly the same meaning as another word or phrase in the same language. Synonyms are words that have the same parts of speech. Okay, so those are what we have learned today. I hope that this lesson is useful for you guys. Remember, you need to practice listening skill in order to make a progress. All of our tips or knowledge would have no meaning if you don't practice listening every day, since practice makes perfect. We have some exercises attached here to help you master this type of question. Should you have any question about this lesson, do not hesitate to contact us. It is our pleasure to answer your question. So, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much. Hope you like it and see you again in our next tutorials.